Persian rose, but she's from Nicaragua. Thought you was her.
It's a Howard for Let's go, period. Hi everyone, my name is Monique and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now y'all can see I got on my Howard shirt today. I'm repping my alma mater because I went to Howard University in Washington DC for nursing school. Okay, so you already know. If you went to Howard, I love Howard, but it was the ghetto. However, if you go to Howard, you won't leave that place set. Okay? They lack a lot of resources, but they teach you the old ways. So just in case you at work and whatever and something was supposed to go down, you already know in the back of your head, like, oh, this is how I do such and such. Like, they teach you both ways, and then you end up going to facilities that teach you more stuff too. There's a lot of hospitals in the DMV area, so you're not gonna be short of resources and knowledge. That much I can say, okay? Now, to get into things, today's video is going to be about essentially lashing while in nursing school, like what the process was like, you know, getting certified and everything, or let's do a more wide view perspective. Being an entrepreneur while in nursing school, what the process is like. Am I still doing it? All that good stuff. So stay tuned. Hi again, guys. So if you watch my previous YouTube videos, you're gonna realize, and I also did mention that I started lashing while in nursing school. And I got certified in January 2019. The semester was heavy for me that year, so I honestly did not start really doing lashes until June of that year, which is the summer, basically, when I had less stuff to do. And ever since then, I've just been like on top of it. Now, okay, when I first got certified, I paid $800. Now, this was 2019. It's not that long ago. However, things have definitely changed when it comes to lashing. Right? Now you got people that's doing like models, and I feel like I could have really benefited off of using a model because it can be very intimidating, like doing something like, yeah, you have the mannequin, you're practicing and everything, but the mannequin's eyes are completely different from the human eyes. Okay, for one, Black people got a lot of layers. If you're dealing with Caucasian people or Asian people, they're good. It's just one layer. Probably have a lot of lashes, but it's just one layer and that's it. But a black girl may have like lashes like up here and then like a little bit closer, like under here. So that's where the taping method comes in. The tape back method comes in. Girl, let me tell you. One of the first people that I actually did lashes on, she was my friend at the time. Not really on speaking terms right now. I probably should reach out, but my pride is in the way. But anyway, she was one of the first people that I did lashes on, and I am grateful to this day because yes, her lashes are straighter, so that was actually easier for me to do. However, if we're gonna be talking about lashing curly lashes, honey, if you can lash curly lashes, you can do anything. Okay, there is a technique to it. Of course, not all the lashes will be curly, so you gotta like do the straight ones first to kind of guide the curly ones, and then go back in and do the curlier ones. So that 2-hour appointment or hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes appointment may transition into 2.5 hours real quick. Okay, because you know, if you're new, especially, you're gonna need some extra time to accommodate for the extra skills that are going to be required in doing curly lashes. Just saying. Once you guys conquer how to do curly lashes, you can lash anything under the sun because it's just a different beast. Put it that way. Nicely said. Neatly said. It is just a different beast. Okay? So once that's out of the way, you can be like, all right, I can breathe now. Besides the whole hands-on part of lashing, you also have to take into consideration the business aspect. Now, being in Maryland, Maryland does not regulate lash extensions. Again, it's fairly new. New is in like in the past 10 years or so. I think it's 10 years at this point. So they really don't regulate it. In DC, you have to be a cosmetologist, for you to be able to do it. However, me being a nurse, I'm able to get away with it. Okay? Because there is such a thing as an aesthetic nurse. As an aesthetic nurse, you do laser treatment, you do Botox, all that good stuff, and all of that is covered under your RN license. So I lucked up, needless to say. One thing that I did have an issue with in terms of like the whole business aspect was growing it. A business, especially something that's hands-on, it requires you to be present most of the time. And of course, I can't always be present because I work as a nurse 36 hours a week. Sometimes I pick up overtime depending on how I'm feeling. It's a one-woman show as well. So I am doing everything by myself. One thing that I did the other day that actually did help is that when I'm making content or when I'm doing reels, for example, I'm at my suite, I'm making reels. I have a bunch on my page. But when I'm at my suite and I'm making reels, I'll just batch a bunch of them. Using trending sounds really does help. Like anything that's relative to lashing, you can really determine who your target audience is. I can't talk today. You can really determine who your target audience is by, like creating a variety of things and then see which one hits the most or which one people respond to the most, and then just go in that direction. Sometimes you can, post stuff that's more educational, and then on another note, it can be more so like just pictures. So of course educational would be more so geared sometimes towards your clients, but more so towards other lash techs. Say something that they didn't know, that's definitely a teaching opportunity for you to them. Also, if you're thinking about doing classes or whatnot, you're able to again gain that exposure to people to say, hey, I do lashes, I'm doing such and such. Or if there's a particular lash technique, especially with volume lashes, a lot of people have volume lashes and you can really personalize that a lot. So let's say if there's a particular style like wispy, for example, that one is very popular. With wispy, and this one lash tech does it a certain way, you're like, hey, I like your style, you can go ahead, feel free, go and take a class with that person and become certified in that. However, you can literally just sit and figure it out with the different lash styles too, because it's just, one is multifaceted, but two, if you know how the curls work, you follow the shape of the eye and everything, honestly, it's gonna be pretty easy to figure out. But if you're new, you're definitely going to be needing somebody to really like sit there, teach you, go through all those little things with you, really understanding like how the curls contribute to the look of the lash, the lash set, how many different lengths you should use, so on and so forth. It's a multitude of things to consider. Another thing was also budgeting. Like when you start to get good, you don't get a lot of clientele, of course. However, in some cases you can end up spending more than you're making, and that's what you don't want to do. I waited about 2 years before I got a suite, and at that point I'm only accepting cash. But moving forward, if you actually want to like really expand it, use business credit and all that stuff, you're gonna have to go online. So right now I'm using Square to accept my money, and before I was using Stripe, but I got Square because I got the thing that can accept card. I don't remember what it's called. The thing that can accept card, the Bluetooth. Oh my gosh, I can't think today. It can accept card. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It can be either the swipe at the side, sorry, or you can scan the phone and it'll accept it all. You can even tip on there as well. I could also connect my iPad to it, and then it could work that way as well. So yeah, that's another thing. But essentially spending more than you make can be an issue, because you will see a lot of returns in lashes, especially if you're good, like really dedicate yourself to the craft, really practice and everything. I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos. There's this girl, I'm friends with her. It's kind of weird how we it's kind of weird how we became friends in the first place, because we actually used to date the same guy, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, right now we're like really, really good friends. And she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I think it was sometime last year. She was like, hey, I'm trying to get into lashes. She took the class and everything. I'ma just say it, okay? Black girl lashes and white girl lashes are not the same. Correction, a black instructor's lashes versus a white instructor's lashes are not the same. I find that white instructors are a little bit more conservative. They go towards the shorter side versus a black instructor. You gonna experiment. Like, you gonna see some wispies, you gonna see some volumes, something. Jesus Christ. You're gonna see some wispies, you're gonna see some volume. Like, you're gonna see a variety of things. Needless to say, she took the class with a white instructor, and then like, I'm looking at it and she showed me the kit. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like, this is really nothing. So I guided her. Needless to say, this girl is out here making 20 grand, 15 grand halfway through the month only through lashes. She's not even doing classes. She's booked out. Everybody that's in the town that she lives in is coming to her. She's basically running these people out of business, okay? Needless to say, I usually tell people, if you listen to what I'm telling you, you will be successful. Because here she is. I literally basically taught her how to do volume over, well, virtually. Because I did it, I used to like get a piece of paper, draw what I need to draw on there and show it to her. Or I would record the videos and I would send it to her. And then, if she has any other like extra questions, like, she'll just ask me or text me or whichever. Like, she's actually one of my closest friends right now. So that's actually one tidbit for you guys. If you're just getting into lashes, make sure you find somebody in your corner that you trust. Not only trust, somebody that you can depend on. That's somebody that's not gonna be like, oh, like, because yes, I could have, if it was somebody else, or let's not say somebody else, but if it was a different situation, all the information that I was giving her, somebody would have definitely charged her like 800, 1,000, whatever the case is. Because these volume classes, they cost a break, because the return on volume lashes costs a break. Right now, my volume lash is like, my volume set is like $190. And if I'm gonna specialize it, the mega volume, we're gonna do some wispies, we're gonna put in some color in it, you're gonna add some bottom lashes. Okay, sis, we can do that, but it's gonna cost you. And let me tell you, these girls pay for their lashes because a lot of them can't live without it. I have people that be like, oh my God, I look like a damn cancer patient without my lashes. I'm like, girl, it's okay, I felt you, because if you look closely, I definitely need more than a fill. This is a full set right now. I definitely need it. So I understand the struggle. I do. Trust me, I do. But that's the end of our video. Again, just to recap, we were just talking about lashing while in nursing school, what the process was like. I did it through nursing school. There's a lot of stuff that I have been doing, that I started doing, that I didn't think I could do, and I'm doing it, and I'm like, yo, what the hell? But I'm doing it. I'm definitely doing it. Multifaceted. That is definitely the word. Could also be the fact that I'm Jamaican, and that there's a revolving joke that a lot of Jamaican people, they always got multiple jobs. And look, I'm trying to get the bag, 1 and 2. I got expensive taste. So if I'm not gonna get it for myself, well, my man is gonna get it for me. Who's gonna get it for me? Okay? I had to pay $96 for my truck the other day to put gas in it, and I called my parents so quick. I'm like, look, I don't want to be an adult anymore. Can y'all sponsor me, please? I don't know. So if I don't do it, who's gonna do it? I gotta live up to the whole Jamaican people having multiple, jobs. Like, I gotta live up to that. I gotta make sure myself is secure. Period, point blank. That being said, this is the end of the video. We got more content coming. Like always, like, comment, repost, subscribe, all that good stuff. If y'all got questions, leave it in the comments. Feel free to reach out to me in my DMs. I'll link all that stuff below. And yeah, peace, stay blessed, have a good night.
I was good on my